So 10 ways that you can persuade using neurolinguistic programming, aka NLP, aka the best technology for your mind and influencing others. So 10 ways that you can persuade with NLP. I have a list. Why don't we start with the anchoring phenomenon, right? That anchoring, as you know, come on, you're initiated, you know what anchoring is. Anchoring is when you can elicit a response and attach a stimulus to the response. And in NLP, we actually use this feature of the nervous system on purpose, rather than being used by it. And a thing to keep in mind is there's always anchors being set, no matter what. As you're watching me right now, you're experiencing thoughts and feelings. And if you experience those thoughts and feelings consistently with watching my content, you're gonna associate those thoughts and feelings with my content. Now, hopefully, they're good thoughts and feelings. That's my hope, right? But the anchoring is the phenomenon where neurons that fire together wire together, and they get paired. Now, in self-mastery, we use this to unpair learnings that have caused us challenges. Or we create new learnings. We call this excellence, mastery, and pair it with things. In sales and persuasion, if we know that the person is going to experience states of consciousness and then associate it with either us or our product or service, and we know that we're communicating in a way that will induce certain states, well, then we might as well be intentional about what those states are. That I used to think, what are the ethics of becoming intentional with influencing people this way? And then I realized how many people accidentally do harm and anchor negative states or beliefs, etc., because they don't know the power of your communication. So be intentional with these states you elicit. Now, what are those states? The title of this video was 10 ways to persuade using NLP. Well, just under the category, under the umbrella of anchoring itself, there's so many things that you can anchor. So you could anchor a buying state. So elicit a buying state, anchor it. You could elicit a decision strategy and anchor that. You could elicit their criteria and values and anchor that. You could elicit it towards criteria, away from criteria and values, and anchor those and use them concurrently. Now, again, this is some high-level stuff, and I've wondered about how much of this I should share with the public. Because it's so powerful. My take on it has been that since you're being used by these phenomenon every day automatically, that the best thing to do is to make you aware of it so that you're not a puppet to the meat suit that you live in, and you can influence your nervous system. Back to the thing. So what else can you anchor? You can anchor, for objections. You can elicit and anchor a state of something not being important. So you take whatever their objection is and then you put it into that anchor. Things that people like, things that people don't like, you can anchor those. The application of anchoring itself, I just gave you like 5 things there. The application of anchoring itself is so rich in opportunity. There's a wealth of opportunity of states and things that you can anchor to make your persuasion process ever so much more effective. So we've covered the anchoring techniques, right? What else? Oh, working on your own state. That your state transfers. That your beliefs transfer to people. Right? Getting yourself in a state that is going to be infectious, that emotions are contagious, And when two people come together, the person whose beliefs are the strongest, those beliefs will transfer. So transferring, those are two things, right? State and belief. You can use sleight of mouth to overcome objections. You can use metaphors to help bypass resistance. You can elicit, I'm not saying you should, but you can create a compulsion in them to purchase. I'm not saying you should, but you can. What else? You can use your language, right, to embed commands. You can use like and dislike sorts. The truth is that there's so many ways that you can use NLP to persuade. But to me, learn it. Persuade with it. Above all, learn to persuade yourself.